the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time moves on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is February 15, 2026. It is 5:12 a.m. This is like video number 4. So we're gonna put this video on PYTE. The last 3 videos will be on App Team Sussex. So let's go on X. This is the first tweet. Okay. They will know no peace till they leave Harry and Meghan alone. Eye of Newt and toe of frog. Oh my God, what the eye of Newt and toe of frog. So the squads are making reference to the left behinders to leave Harry and Meghan alone, pretty much. I don't know what the left behinders are talking about, but that's pretty much that. All right, let's pause. With a shot of hot sauce, let them burn. Okay, amen. So this is where Harry and Meghan went to Colombia. The native were blessing them. This, I think, I could be wrong. I think it was in Australia. Again, the natives blessing them. This is, I'm telling you, everywhere they go, God is, the native know what's up. The force that they're dealing with. Oh my God, the GIF. May truth clench fast to every tongue. May masks fall off, for days are done. May every plot unravel then, and may gossip turn to shame within. So be it on fire. Okay, let's pause this. Double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Okay, Zen, I know your country, but I suspect the little Creole voodoo queen from Louisiana and you. Let me throw this in for good measure. What is it? I have some videos of Aisho Speed when he went to Africa. He was doing similar dance like this. They were teaching him. All right, whatever's here, that's it. Let's pause it anyway. More than that, they need to do right by them. Shout out to Miss Silly, if you know, you know. And it's a witch to make it stick, lol. Alright, so there's all of that. Let's go to the next tweet. There has been a lot of tweets. Majority of what's happening on X is the Epstein file. Next one. Okay, I did share this on my community board, but it was a screenshot. This is a man who's dancing like a guy, and there's money around his pants. Me watching the world finally see that the royal family is not a family, but a bunch of criminals who rob, rape, kill, and destroy everything in the name of preserving their existence and protecting their pockets. Abolish the monarchy. Let me go through it really quickly. You see, there's the guy dancing. All this around his pants is money. Look at him dancing. Oh my God. This is the part where I took the screenshot. Oh, it's showing the, oh my Lord, it's showing the squad are just having their fun. All right, so that's, okay, so there's some music with it. I can't even play it properly. There's me laughing. Okay, the foundation is the Church of England, funded by this dude. They're simply following his head. The way I love that, they threw everything they could at our faith. Now that they have no ammo, not access, there's the laugh here, it sweets my soul. Okay, totally hope that people are seeing it, because now they are going into the W wanted. Okay, William wanted, what is it, Andrew banished garbage. All right, so that's that. What is it? They're finding out that William's Earthshot has to do with someone who's in the Epstein file, who wanted to see some videos, or he's sharing his feeling about a video that shows some sort of a torture. These people are pure evil, pure evil. We need to keep on praying for Harry and Meghan. Next tweet. And that picture was Henry VIII. He's the one who started the Church of England. So now we know the real reason for the crisis manager. Prince William's closet, the skeleton. Okay, there's this here. This is what I was talking about. Okay, Prince William's pal resigns over Epstein torture video, February 13, 2026. All right, so now names are dropping like flies. So that's that. Why didn't the crisis manager tell him to cancel his sleepover party with MBS? That should have been the first thing on her agenda. I mean, they probably know something. I mean, the papers are not really for the royal family. Remember, they want to get... I have said, okay, it was not written anywhere. I have said the papers, those elite people, they want the spot. They want to get rid of them, so they want to be able to have control of everything. And the other thing as well, I think the UK is relying on the United States before they could do something, because their plan is to destroy the US. But little did they know that they're taking themselves down along with it. All right. So the parliament already voted to not investigate. Okay. They made it clear to the United States they're not going to investigate. All right. But it's up to the people in the United States for now to show the UK, specifically the elected officials in the UK, that we mean business. Because right now, the UK do not want the US to be the way it used to be. Okay? Probably the rest of the world too, because they want to be able to do whatever they want wherever they go. But when the United States is structured, there's this rule of law going on, and the United States prevent them from doing some barbaric thing. Even though I know some of you will say, but the US is doing that thing too. Yes, the US is doing its thing too, but it depends on the party that comes in power. If you have the GOP, if you look at the history of the US, the government, the party that's in power, there's Democrat and there's Republican. Okay? Normally, the Republican will do the most damage, create wars and all of that. All right, let me not go into that. It's very subjective and depend on how you see it. All right? Okay, I read this. There's, what's his name? Andrew. That's a Photoshop, by the way. Let's go to the next tweet. Oh, my God. I hope I do this really quick. Okay. Saw this yesterday on Threads. An account saying that there are rumblings that bringing Harry and Meghan's back would be good press. But the response made me happy. This woman basically saying, hell no, leave them alone and let them live their lives in peace. Alright, let's see here. This person here. No. Okay, she retweeted that. This person up here retweeted this. Member of the British government and some media commentators believe it would be positive for the monarchy if Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were to re-establish some kind of a closer connection with, I guess, the monarchy, with the royal family probably. Alright, so this person is saying, no, neither the British royal family nor the British government, British media get to work to bring this couple and their children to the UK to prop up a rotten, at the core, failing and fading, outdated and corrupt system. They show up on the world stage, they do good on the world stage, they make a difference in the world stage, let them FFs live their lives in peace. Okay, so there's some response here. They're not going back. Yeah, Harry already said.
Can you see a day when you would return as a full-time member of the royal family? No.
I know. I was just highlighting the response because it was powerful. Nope, not as long as Camilla and William and Kate are around. They are snakes, the devil. Besides, nothing has changed in the 6 years they've been gone. I take that back. Things are worse. They've used the Sussexes as their bulletproof vests. It's the way the British media troll talk about bringing Harry and Meghan back like they're two errant children or pet dogs. They are adults who left the pit and built successful lives aboard and don't need a penny from the royal family. Alright, William kicked them out. There is no bringing back. Britain then sent them on a royal tour. They chased them from the country. Yeah, that's true. That account English royal style posts a lot of Meghan's outfit than Kate to generate more engagement. She's a little deranger. She's a little deranger. Agree. Leave them be. Alright, next tweet. Alright, I need to... Okay, I think this will be the last recording. Oh my god, there's more. Oh my god, I was putting a lot on the list. Whew. Alright, next one. Let's pause it. Wow, Harry is definitely a real one. I actually can't believe he said it. Alright, this is almost 2 minutes.
Family is... There was no option to leave. Eventually, when I made that decision for my family, I was still told, you can't do this. I was like, well, how bad does it have to get until I am allowed to do this? Where she was going to end her life. It shouldn't have to get to that. Do I have any regrets? Yeah, my biggest regret is not making more of a stance earlier on in my relationship with my wife and calling out the racism when I did.
The thing is that Harry had trusted the family. He never seen that side of the family from the lens of having a black person as his love interest or anything like that. He was oblivious to it. So now he's seeing it from a different lens. That's when he's starting to see it. How his family is or was or still is. Okay? But before, I don't think he understood it. But he learned. He's a very quick learner. All right, let's continue. There's a video that I have. Well, I'm gonna be putting this on PYTE. During the Black Lives Matter, he did an interview for GQ with this guy who helped save a guy from a bunch of mob who were trying to beat him. So he did an interview. There's some stuff he said in there. He even called out himself, saying maybe I was bigoted, but he didn't see it through that lens. So let's continue. He didn't understand his family were that bad.
History was repeating itself. My mother was chased to her death while she was in a relationship with someone that wasn't white. And now look what's happened. You want to talk about history repeating itself? They're not going to stop until she dies. It's incredibly triggering to potentially lose another woman in my life. Like, the list is growing. And it all comes back to the same people, the same business model, the same industry. My father used to say to me when I was younger, he used to say to both William and I, well, it was like that for me, so it's going to be like that for you. That doesn't make sense. Just because you suffered, that doesn't mean that your kids have to suffer. In fact, quite the opposite. If you suffered, do everything you can to make sure that whatever experiences negative experiences that you had, you can make it right for your kids.
Little Archie.
We chose to put our mental health first. That's what we're doing, and that's what we will continue to do.
He goes so fast. Oh my goodness. He's in my intro. I'm going to try to shorten my intro. Whatever is here. Harry has found freedom that his mother was chasing. He'll keep doing his philanthropic work around the world. He's not competing with the firm. He wants them to leave his family in peace. Harry is free. Thank goodness for America. Wow, what a brave man. Archie has red hair like Daddy Prince Harry. He'll never make the UK his home again. Good. The truth when expressed too well is harder for many who are willful and accepting the truth to comprehend. Prince Harry is a wise man beyond his age. That's the Left Behinders' big mistake. They underestimate Harry. And Harry knew his family very well. He kept it shut. Even though they're saying, oh, he spilled the beans, he did this, saying it's a family secret. Harry just tell his truth. All right, between this, please, Lady Di was killed because of that stupid rumor that was heard even on Mars, that she was pregnant with some Egyptian man. The tabloid in New York carried it. I did not get why. It was a big deal. A few weeks later, she was dead. The UK Queen is the racist in chief. A billion times the royal family lied. The Buckingham Palace and the Kensington Royal are not fooling anyone anymore. Their petulant games are now worldwide known and well understood. The leaks and calls were always coming from inside the mentioned castle. Paraphrasing Dan Wooten.
Much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
He will go down in history for this, no holds barred, balls to the wall, to that psychopathic cult and its psyops media ranks. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Alright, so there's this. The clearest sign of royal blood in the water is how the media is coming out and speaking freely, truthfully about things they lie and kept it silent on. They all knew Meghan and Harry were being fed to the wolves to shield other royals. So let's listen. 2 minutes and 1 second.
Okay, journalist Ellie Hall just pointed out a very, very interesting Harry and Meghan connection and how it relates to the Prince Andrew cover-up. For instance, this article that was released on August 17th of 2019, it talks about how eco-warriors Meghan Markle and Prince Harry fly on private jet again to France after gas-guzzling Ibiza trip. I remember this time because I used to say, why is this such a big thing? I mean, it was big and people were literally upset by this when William and Kate were doing the exact same thing and they were way more vocal about the environment than Harry and Meghan. Mind you, this article was also posted on that exact same day. This is an article about how Prince Andrew was still pictured with that madman even after the fact it was revealed, and he was convicted of being a known, you know what I mean. And if you don't know who Ellie Hall is, she was the journalist who made that infamous BuzzFeed article showing or comparing the double standards between articles written about Meghan and Kate. And the reason why this post stood out to me is because, personally, I think we need to start going back to those articles from that time when Harry and Meghan was still in the palace and working royals, and really start to compare articles, major articles that were written about them at that time, and search for the articles that were released about other royals on those exact same days or within that time frame, because it would really start to show you what the palace knew and what they were trying to cover up. Meghan said it best herself.
Like a story about someone in the family would pop up for a minute and they go, gotta make that go away. But there's real estate on a website homepage. There's real estate there on a newspaper front cover. And something has to be filled in there about someone royal. This is Boward.
one thing, as I wanted him to finish so I don't interrupt it, because I covered that particular article on my last recording, because I remember going back and say, oh, it was it the same day? I think it was 17 March or August of 2019. And I was like, oh, I probably was just starting creating content about Harry and Meghan. I remember covering it in one of my videos. But one thing with this, because he's saying that to go back to some of those articles and see what else they were writing about royal family. The thing is that the royal rats like to go back and edit their thing, okay, their article. If we're gonna go back to compare and see what was being written, they will erase it or they will edit it. But this is where my channel come into play. Okay, I don't think my channel is that important or anything like that, because I tend to share whatever comes on my timeline. Okay, I will share some of the tweets, some articles, whatever. Even if I don't go too deep into it, I will just show you. You could pause and read, whatever. So you have my channel to go back to around whatever time, because I usually set the date of my I'm recording, and then on the upper corner of my recording, I'll put the date of that whenever I'm recording. So sometimes the tweets are either maybe 1 or 2 days early, or not early, day after it was posted, because sometimes I'm a little bit slow in editing. Okay, but the date's usually there. So you could go back to my videos to see what was being said. Hopefully that I highlight that particular article or tweet. All right, like this one he's talking about, I did cover it. Whatever is behind him, I did cover it. I remember talking about it because I thought I got the date the wrong. And then when I found out, oh, they posted the same day, I was like, oh, okay. All right, so that's all. I just wasted 2 minutes of my life. Dre looks well. Okay, it's up to you. This depend on what you consider important, because these people lie. They lie for no reason. Next tweet. Okay, so all along, Earthshot Prize had more than one founder. There's the laugh here. Prince William, David Attenborough, Sultan Ben Sulayem. Is there any more? All right, so okay, good. I'm glad I did post this. All right, I was just about to talk about Christina Amanpour. All right, well, I think that's why he told Christina Amanpour in Brazil that Earthshot Prize was a for-profit. He hinted it, but couldn't say everything at that time. At the time, I did raise that issue once, and I saw the interview, and I think this interview. All right, so I went to look for it. That's when he was in Brazil, and he said something about being a for-profit. Let's listen.
What about storytelling? One thing I, as a journalist, see is that many powerful leaders, both political and, in fact, industry leaders, tend to roll back climate progress, tend to demonize it, weaponize it, let's say. Obviously, they have a vested interest, but do you think there's a dearth of this kind of storytelling that we've heard today, these kinds of positive reinforcements? And I wonder what your view is on that, and what you tell your own young children about climate and planet care.
I think exactly on that last point, Christian, it's really important that the next generation believe there is change coming and there is hope that things can change and get better. I've always believed in that positivity and that positive message. But I think I'm inspired by these guys. That's what gets me up in the morning when I think about Earthshot. That's what's given me the motivation and the energy to keep going.
Harry said something like this, and the Obama Foundation, when Melody Hobson was interviewing him.
So when a 6-year-old says to you that your country is ruining theirs, what do you do or say?
Agree with them slightly. Look, I mean, look, we all know the issues that are out there, you know, with the climate and the environmental issues, and I don't want to say it's refreshing, but it is nice to know that kids that young have an appreciation and understanding greater than some of the people who have been on this planet for 60, 70 years. So I think without question, I mean,
I've been a pessimist many times because of the work that we end up doing. You can be surrounded by negativity sometimes. But as I said just now, the younger generation of the world has turned me into an optimist because they are the best connected, the most passionate generation that I think that we've ever had. And what we need to do is be able to create a platform so that they can be heard, because they have the solutions to some of the world's biggest problems.
Oh my goodness.
And the community that's come around them has been truly phenomenal. I'd like it to be bigger, and at many points this is a rallying call for those businesses and those people who are out there who may not have had contact with the Earthshot Prize before, may be interested. They need to come and meet these people, because once you've met them and you've heard them, you realise this is not anything that's it's not philanthropic. It's not a nice thing to have. They're commercial products that are going to make life better. They're going to create jobs. They're going to do incredible things for the planet, and they're going to make our lives better and healthier.
Okay, I was like, oh my God, I hope this is it, because he's saying for businesses and it's not philanthropic. Let's listen to it again. It's near the end.
You realise this is not anything that's it's not philanthropic. It's not a nice thing to have. They're commercial products that are going to make life better. They're going to create jobs. They're going to do incredible things for the planet, and they're going to make our lives better and healthier.
So he gave us a hint about that. Okay, and that one could claim he founded it. Now we know the financial or sex offenders and never do well. Sis, hide and block the bot. That's this. She is in your post. Thanks, sis. I have blocked it. Who is that? Let's go to the next tweet. Where was I? Oh my God, I have a lot to edit. It's probably gonna take me days to finish. All right, boom. Pretty much the squad is saying, thank God they added there. Okay, Jacques, haha, love this. Isn't this from, what's that movie with the dragons? I forgot the name of it. What is it? Game of Thrones or something. Next tweet. Okay, there's the laugh here. Y'all come have a laugh. Harry and Meghan need to save those Windsor went bag, it seems. Not Harry and Meghan being the emergency contact for the Windsor asses. Bah, there's the laugh here. Alright, so she retweeted that. Member of the British government and some media commentators believe it would be positive for the monarchy if Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were to re-establish some kind of a closer connection with the British royal family as a gesture to boost the public image of the royal institution. Nope, let them be.
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
Do you not remember?
All right, let's see here. Yeah. The Windsors are begging for some Sussex Meghan stardust. They need a boost of positivity ASAP, and kids Grandpa Quo is just not cutting it. Oh, did I don't know, her family come out? They also seem need immediate scapegoats. I hope Harry and Meghan stay firmly put in their paradise. I think the F not, you're strict, there's the A word, there's the B word. Oh my God, oh hell no. Okay, let's pause. This is hilarious. If Harry and Meghan were still over there, the royal family would try to deflect the crumbling to them. Yep, probably even blame it on them. There's the laugh here. How about no? My Duke and Duchess are peaceful under the lemon tree and don't have time to rehabilitate bozos. Let's go to the next tweet. They were having fun when they were dragging them down for no reason. Okay, this video I like to see. I think finally Karma has entered Buckingham Palace. It's watching people call out the royal family for the pedos and pedos protectors that they are, protecting pedophiles while throwing Meghan under the bus. They deserve more of them, so carry on dragging them. Alright, so I like this video. There's no way he wrapped himself. Okay, I'm out of here. That here, I'm so here for it. I would be laughing my ass off if it wasn't so disgusting. Yep, there's that. Will do. About time we cheer. There's that. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. All right, so this is JTB. I don't remember if it's a video. Yep, it's a video. All right, Prince William's Earthshot is backed by DP World. DP World is chaired by Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem. His name resurfaces in unredacted Epstein emails, and we are supposed to pretend optics do not matter. After Andrew, be serious. Judgment at that level is not optional. All right, let's listen. 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
So the future King of England, Prince William, is publicly partnered with a billionaire whose name shows up in newly unredacted Epstein emails, where Epstein wrote, "I loved the torture video." And we're supposed to act like that's okay? Let's connect the dots clearly. Prince William's flagship environmental initiative, the Earthshot Prize, has been backed by DP World. DP World is chaired and led by Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem. That is not 6 degrees of separation. That is a direct funding and partner relationship. Events, public appearances, branding alignment. Now layer this on top. William's own uncle, the royal formerly known as Prince Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, became synonymous with royal disgrace over his association with Jeffrey Epstein. The monarchy nearly imploded from the reputational damage alone. The scandal is not ancient history. It is a live scar on the institution. So after all of that, after watching what Epstein proximity did to your family's credibility, you would think the future king would operate with zero tolerance for even the faintest overlap. Instead, we now have William's high-profile Earthshot partner resurfacing in the Epstein files, tied to disturbing email content. When your institution has already been scorched by Epstein associations, aligning yourself with a billionaire whose name lands in the same document universe is reckless optics at best. You are not a startup founder who missed a background check. You are the heir to the British throne. You can't lecture the world on ethical leadership and climate responsibility while your own network drifts into Epstein discourse again. You can't issue bullshit statements about caring for the victims and then maintain business as usual relationships with figures now circulating in those files. After Andrew, the monarchy had one job: stay far away from anything remotely adjacent to Epstein. And somehow, here we are. This is a failure of judgment at the highest level. And Harry and Meghan are the problem. Be fucking serious. And that's the read. This is the notorious JTB, notoriously opinionated, signing out.
I don't know if I said it recently in some videos, although I think I did. That thing, I mean, not Harry, William have no foresight whatsoever. Probably Charles probably sent that guy to William to connect with William, because it reminded me of that time when Harry was running Center Valley, part of Center Valley. Charles sent a Middle Eastern to Harry to donate to Center Valley, and then when it's time to give the money to Center Valley, all of a sudden that particular person, Middle Eastern man, had some sort of a stipulation, and Harry was not having it. The Middle Eastern man wanted Harry to go to his country to dine and, hang out with him. And Harry was like, no, that was not part of the agreement. You said you were going to give the money to Center Valley. And Center Valley, I'm paraphrasing, okay, is about the children. It's not about him. So he was not going to fly to go dine and have fun with the guy and then take pictures and, let's say maybe whatever this person was in some serious issues. Next thing you're going to see, there's going to be pictures of him and the guy. So Harry said, no, I don't think he went, and I don't know if the guy eventually gave the money. That video is on PYTE, and I think this is where I'm going to put this video. And I was able to be aware of it is because there was something. Charles was in trouble, some issues he was having. And then he tried to deflect his issue to Harry, and he bring this thing, the guy into Harry's periphery. And Harry was like, nope, nope, I specifically told you to not deal with the guy, okay, after Harry saw the guy's intention of coming and dying and things like that. Harry warned his father and said, don't deal with this guy because he's a bad actor. This is what happened. That's how I was able to come across and was aware of this, because Charles was in trouble. And then when Charles tried to drag Harry along with him, and Harry was like, nope, don't put me in this mess that you are in, because I warn you about this guy, not to do business with him. This is what happened. This is what happened. Okay, that's what this remind me. I think I mentioned it recently. All right, so there's this from the Epstein, I believe, Sultan bin Sulayem. Yesterday, I received Prince at our London getaway, but I showed him around the facility, and today I attended a function with him at Buckingham Palace. Sent from iPhone. There, he responded, fun. This is the thing. Harry knows these people. Who knows if Harry had did whatever his father said with this particular guy, maybe Harry's name probably would have been in the Epstein thing too. But Harry didn't give them the opportunity. All right, the audacity, the hypocrisy, the corruption, the toxic British media, it's worthless when they should be holding at Kensington Royal and themselves accountable. I mean, this is why they have people in all of their bases. Like Ipso, for instance. Harry used to call the papers, complain to Ipso about the papers. Who do they have handling Ipso? Former, I don't know, what editors of different magazines or papers who's holding the cage, for their buddies who are now actively working. So each time Harry called them or complained to them on Ipso always turned a blind eye. And this is why Harry goes to the court now, because he had enough with them. The lack of accountability, Harry have said.
You did say in your book, you said, I began to think at some point that Murdoch was evil. You've had very strong words about Rupert Murdoch and what you think he did in this phone hacking scandal. What is the goal of this lawsuit, which has been ongoing now for a very, very long time?
The goal is accountability. It's really that simple.
Okay. When he called, before he used to go to Ipso, complain to papers who write BS about him. Ipso always turn a blind eye. And then now Harry just go to the court. And then when Meghan had issues as well, Meghan had the confidence of the royal lawyers, but they keep on dragging it, and Meghan had her own money. She's like, F this, I'm gonna do it myself. Okay, because she was trying to comply or follow protocol, whatever the protocol is. When she realized that they're dragging and they were gonna do anything, went to the court. At least they give them a chance. The Sussexes give them a chance. And then when Meghan finally called them to court, and they were saying like, how come you didn't come to Ipso and complain? Okay, so Harry had enough experience with these people. So when they are in all position of power, decision makers, they always look out for their buddies. I've always been saying it. I think I call it recycle system. And it's happening in the United States as well. Now it's becoming much clearer. The UK, I was able to see it because I was looking into mostly some of the things that was happening in the UK. But the US has it too. But what's happening now with the Epstein file, children involved and things like that, a lot of people are saying, hell to the no. They're gonna still fighting it. Should we be surprised there's no media attention on why Prince William is invited Sulayem to Buckingham Palace in 2016, or why Sulayem is notified Epstein of those same meetings with Prince William? Okay, so they black some stuff here. Jeffrey Epstein, Prince William's visit. Okay, the subject. Right, and title, there's a lot of attachment. Yesterday, I received Prince at our London getaway port. I showed him around the facility, and today I attended a function with him at Buckingham Palace. Sent from iPhone. Same thing, but more information here. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. All right, there's more comment. You could pause and read. Was it firms a suspended deal with Prince William? Just took $1 million yesterday. Second firm suspend deal with DP World over Epstein file. Okay, Earthshot and Epstein. Do the royals ever pay for anything using their own money? When you do ugly, it will surely come back to you. Karma has the biggest ROI with that family. The family only knows digi deals, like Father Charles, who received bags full of money from Saudi. Yeah, sometimes you have to ask why. Why are you receiving money? Nothing is for free. What did you have to do? What information did you have to give in order for you to get a bag full of money? Next tweet. Okay, so this looked like some US thing. Let me pause for a second because I don't want to put too much of the Epstein things here. Okay, I switched some stuff over. I didn't want Epstein things to come on here. Or even though some of them counter. All right.